Okay, here we go. So as you can see, I have tied this shoe, and my knot is practically invisible, and my satin is completely flat all the way around my ankle. This is a magic way of tying your shoe that I learned from someone in New York City Ballet. And it's particularly good because you tuck the ribbons down, which means they're much less likely to pop out of the top and look bad on stage. So it's a really good foolproof way to tie your shoes and make your ribbons look flat and beautiful all the way around your ankle. So first, of course, you would put your point pads on and your spacers if you need them. I don't use either one of those things. And then you're going to put your tights back over and put your foot in your shoe. So in order to do this, Miss Mary's way of tying shoes via New York City Ballet, this is the outside ribbon on the outside of my foot. Now you always want to flex up your foot because it makes your ankle a little bit bigger. If you put your foot down or even point it, the muscles are engaged in a different way, and if you tie your shoes that way, they'll be so tight you can't walk. So you make sure you want to be able to walk. This is a position you walk in. So you're going to draw this one and see how I'm using two hands, and I'm going to take my two hands, and I'm always using two hands, and I'm going to go around. Okay, so one more time. Over the top to the inside of my ankle, around the outside, and then I have to hold this one right here and not let it move. Now I'm going to take my inside of my foot ribbon and I'm going to bring it around. Look how I'm using two hands here. I'm going to bring it underneath the ribbon I'm holding, over the top of the ribbon I'm holding, and around to the inside of my ankle. We never want to tie at the back. That's our Achilles tendon, and that would put pressure there and cause possibly something bad to happen. So you want to tie on the inside of your ankle, and then you have a nice knot that looks like that. Has to be a knot. I have a lot of ribbon here. I could probably cut this a little bit more, and if you can see, I've cut my ribbons in the shape of a V. So that stops them when they start to fray. It just stops right there. You can cut them either on an angle or, as I do, in the shape of a V, and that will help them from fraying no longer. Then I take my ribbons and I wind them up in a tight little thing that looks like that, and then I'm going to stick my finger under all my layers of ribbons, push those down in, pull this over the top. Now this shoe's not working as well as the other one. And then I have my nice, lovely flat line with absolutely no ribbons showing. So I'm going to show you again from a different angle, so bear with me as I take this shoe off, and you're going to have to learn how to get your knots undone, okay, and how they're going to stay tied. So one more time. Okay, here we go. So I have my right foot. I'm using my left hand and my right hand. I have my foot flexed up, and that was my outside ribbon. Here's my inside ribbon. It goes underneath my outside ribbon, and I'm going to tie it right here. And then I'm going to wind this all around and tuck it in. And see, I have a knot there. But when I pull this up over the top, that knot sort of disappears and looks nice and smooth and clean for the most part. What you don't want to do until you come to your first point class is cut these ribbons. They're going to be longer. Let me cut them to the proper length after you have tied your shoes correctly. Because if you mess it up, you got to go buy new ribbons. And you don't want to do that. So please don't cut your own ribbons. Let Miss Mary, Miss Erica help you with it, and then you'll be ready to go. But you know how to tie your shoes now. And again, if you have any questions, you can email us. Thanks for watching our videos about point shoes, and good luck with what you're doing.